Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. As we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news about Australia's cost of living budget. But first, in the US last week, retail data wasn't flash again, coming in with a gain well below the inflation level. The expanded payrolls don't seem to be helping the sector. And a couple of second-tier American confidence surveys for SME business and investors were both negative. Both think a recession is due. Maybe a big order received by Boeing overnight from a European airline will help. They need to get their debt ceiling issue behind them too, because it is a growing drag on sentiment. But that'll be tough because hardline Republicans have weaponised the issue. And the US Fed's financial stability report released late yesterday has them watching office building loans and other commercial real estate borrowing as the next big economic threat. In China, exports rose strongly for a second month in April, up 8.5%, confirming international demand remains healthy. Taiwan reported similar growth, but China's imports shrank 7.9%, which enabled them to post a larger trade surplus. But despite that, China's SME confidence index is retreating too. In Australia, lower March retail sales volumes mean that retail sales fell 0.6% in the March quarter, according to official data released yesterday. The fall in the March quarter follows a 0.3% fall in the December quarter. Nominal sales increases are less than retail inflation there. On the policy front in Australia, their federal budget was released overnight. That shows an economic windfall from stronger employment and incomes, some of which the government is using to provide cost of living relief for their most vulnerable households. But their outlook is challenging, with economic output growth set to slow as higher interest rates bite. The key household relief measures are a $15 billion package of welfare increases. On the other side, they're going after tax dodgers and the wealthy who have superannuation balances greater than $3 million. Their budget deficit profile has been revised lower. For this year, the budget position is improved to be a wafer-thin surplus of $4.2 billion, or 0.2% of GDP. The last time the budget was broadly in balance was immediately before the pandemic. But this surplus is a one-off, with the budget returning to official deficits thereafter. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.52% and unchanged from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $2,035 an ounce. That's up $12 from yesterday. And oil prices have risen 50 cents to be just on $73.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just over $77 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is little changed against the US dollar, now at 63.3 US cents. Against the Australian dollar, it's still at 93.7 Australian cents, and against the euro, marginally firmer at 57.8 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is now at 71 and basically unchanged from this time yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.